There's a little owl up there. Hey, buddy. You want to join Chiggsarmy? So I'm out on a little adventure today with Matt, who's up there in front of me. And we're going to explore this little, this farmstead here. It's got a cool barn that is of a design I'm not familiar with. We're in the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia, by the way. And I'm not really familiar with that design. And we're going to check that out. And then we're going to look at this little shed up here. And we're going to go up and check out that spooky house on the hill that looks like an insane asylum or something. It's really weird. Look, I'm not even sure what's going on with that. But let's go check out the barn. What do you say? And the barn is kind of like a modified bank barn built into the bank here. And it's just different. It's not really big. Old limestone blocks in here. Great big door on the end, which is odd. And it's just not a really large barn. Typically in the Shenandoah Valley, when you have these bank barns to these old houses, at least if they're pre-Civil War era, they're much larger than this. So that's my first clue, is that there's something weird going on with this whole farmstead. Look, there's a little animal track. Something goes up in here. All right, so this probably had a wood ramp going up into here. Nice big thick beams though, so these are definitely old. That isn't a hand forged piece there. A lot of round nails. Very, very short. Look how short that is right there. I'm not gonna go up in there because the floor is like really rough looking. It's very different than the typical barn you see in the valley, because very narrow right here. These aren't like typical hay mows. Usually you have a big wide area and then a hay mow on each side of the barn that they would stack the hay up to the ceiling. These are just really short, really not very tall at all. But they look like old beams to me, because you know, it's quite big. If you look at like this beam here, it's just 3 pieces put together. But I think there is some old wood in here. Some of those old beams are probably repurposed. Yeah, these stakes right here, those are all for like trees and stuff, because we're in a tree farm area right here. Like I said, I'm not gonna go up in here. It does have a railing up on the top. You see the pulleys and stuff, and that's how they would put hay over there. So those could be hay mows, but it's just a very different design. Something quite different. Huge barn door on that end. Very different. Nothing I'm familiar with anyway. What are you seeing down there, Matt? Anything good?
Yeah, so look at the old fireplace mantle up there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild. I wonder if that came out of the house, I guess. It's big though, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And yeah. Other thing I noticed is look at the sides here. That's all cut with an adze, or is that what that is? Like all the.
Yeah, definitely. These you can see little chop marks there. So those are old. These beams are very old. I don't know. I just don't think this is pre-Civil War. I think it's probably reused stuff. Like, why would they have? See how they have a notch there going across and the one there? Why would they have that? This was just a door.
Yeah, that looks pretty new.
Yeah. Yeah, these are all round nails. Huh.
Looks like it's built into the rock here. It looks like that's not. That looks just an outcrop.
Boy, it's slippery too. Yeah, you're right. This is just a big rock outcropping here. This bank, and it's just built right into it like that. And these are all pegged. That's usually a sign of some age to it. I don't know though. There's something different about it. I mean, I don't know many barns that have these big side doors like this in the center of the sides. This is an area where, of course, the animals would feed, the horses, the cows, or whatever. We come in here and they put the hay in. Those look pretty old there. Any bones? Yeah, I don't think this was really used for animals probably for the last 50 or 100 years. Look at that weird, look at that. That's a weird thing going on right there. Let's go around and take a peek at that. See, it's just strange how it's a big, huge beam comes across. It's got 2 supports it's on. 2 beams going across here. Huh. This is kind of odd over here as well. Looks like they took a tree. In fact, a locust tree. And it goes all the way up. And see, they cut the branches off and they nailed it up to there. Not very straight, not very vertical. Kind of like something I would do. Kind of cattywampus. And you can see they have this would have had some type of gate here. Those are the hinges, and they're both up, which is doesn't really tell me a whole lot, except that they're not worried about somebody stealing them. When you have a farm gate and you have hinges like that, what you do is you put one up and one coming down. It makes it a lot harder for people to steal a gate. And believe it or not, gate theft is it's a big thing in farm country. All right, boy, nice little room. Hey, check that out up there. I don't know if it's gonna be hard to see, but looks like a little talisman or something. It's like just a chunk of wood that they nailed up there. It looks like it got two eyes and a nose. Another piece of tree, but I don't know why they would have done that. It's just to scare something off, something that lives in here at night. Something that's not alive during the day. Lucky. Some plants growing in here. Very wet in this area right here. That's moss. That's from the water coming in. In fact, the whole wall, you can see, is bulging in here, so it's going to collapse probably before too long. Might be 50 years, but it's going to collapse eventually. All right, let's keep going.
What if this was a... You don't think this could have been a house if they didn't make it into a barn?
I mean, I guess anything's possible, but...
Hey, look at all the wood pegs holding those.
Yeah.
I mean, that looks old.
Yeah, the pegs look old for sure. I'm not sure, but you're on another animal track. Something, you see something comes out through here. Lives in these bushes. This is the old farm equipment here, so that's probably hard to say what uses that. It could be a raccoon or an awesome possum. This is the part of the barn that really blows me away, and I'm going to ask your help on this because I suspect this is going to be a particular design, probably from some foreign country. For some reason I'm thinking like Scandinavian, to have a barn built like this with that big door right there, because that's something you just don't see. And then in the Shenandoah Valley area, which is of course predominantly like the German influence, I mean, it looks almost New Englandish, but not really. And it was built like this. I mean, that's concrete. That was added a little bit later though. And these aren't hand forged, of course. That's all newer stuff. Nice swivel there. I'm looking at the beam going across, has all those little square holes in it, so it held some type of wood that came down, or it was repurposed. Floor in here is right on the bedrock. You can see that's bedrock right there. Beam here, big beam there. The spacing is just really odd. I've just never seen a barn like this. Other side over here, another big door, big windows. That is just really weird, man. I've never seen that before. All right. Wanna go check out the house? Or the little barn or whatever it is up on the hill in the insane asylum. All those little like chains in the walls of the place.
Hopefully not.
I want to take a quick peek at this side of the barn too. I can see another big door there, the two windows, lots of round nails. This area is kind of dug out, which is weird. It's got the stone wall going across there. It's just like a little alcove. Might have been roofed, I don't know. I wanted to show you this though. This is where this has been repaired. We call it pointing. So this has been repointed. I guess it was probably in worse shape than the other side at the time. See the way the ivy's growing up in here. Ivy's coming out, and that will actually get in between the rocks and kind of push stuff away. That's some older repointing right there too. Is that a brick? It looks like a brick, but I think it's a rock. All right, so we're going to run up the hill here and check out this little shed up here. We don't know what it's all about. I'm going to save the spooky asylum house for last. It's not really an asylum house, but it looks like it from here. At least that's what Matt says. All right, first thing I'm noticing, it's, of course, it's not log, it's got the beams on the inside, so probably not quite as old as, well, it could be the same age as the barn, but it's definitely newer looking. Yeah, so we're looking at this side here. You got these little pillars concreted together, so that's not too terribly old. In fact, that's a concrete pillar there. It's all round nails. This is all like stuff that went through a lumber mill, so that's all well post Civil War. Boy, you have to go around and look at that. That's pretty cool, right? There might be some old cannonballs up under there. Really rotted. I want to show you this too. This we're talking about the ivy before. See where this is growing up in here. This might be poison ivy actually. How it's growing up in there, just pushing all the wood apart. Here, red-tailed hawk out there screaming in the woods. I don't know if you can hear it or not. All right, let's look in here. This multi-floor rose, get that to the side. I guess we can step up in there. What do you think? Wow, that's cool. That's an old wood stove. But yeah, see anything in there? Ooh, look at that! That's an old mouse nest. We'll close that up. This place is probably loaded with snakes. In the summertime, those mud daubers up there. Those are a type of bee. I don't know if it's really a bee. I guess it's a wasp. I don't know. That's their nest, and they're really good because of mud daubers. There's another one right there. They will sting you. The neat thing about it is they like spiders. That's what they feed on, and they'll get a spider and they'll sting it and they'll immobilize it and paralyze it, and then they'll bring it back and they'll stuff it in one of these little spots right there. There's a whole bunch of them, be a whole line of them. They'll stuff the dead spider, well, it's a live spider, but he's paralyzed, in there. And they'll lay an egg on them, and they'll seal them in. Then they'll go to the next one with another spider, the next one with another spider. And when the eggs hatch, the larvae eat the spider alive, and then they pop out. So if you don't like spiders, leave the mud daubers alone if they're at your house or in your barn. I'll show you this too. That's a good picture. The mud daubers are on the wire there. If you have an old building or an old house, always take care of the roof, because once the roof goes, the whole thing will go. You can see that piece is gone right there. Maybe a tree took it out. Now the whole wall is just rotted away. It's an old sofa. Look at this thing. Oh, this is a raccoon latrine in here. I think I'll be okay if I step on these boards. Look at that thing. That thing's awesome, man. It's probably the age of the house, actually. Oh, look at this. The day he got B, 1926. So I suspect this is probably about the age of this whole farmstead. Look at that. Is that a real owl? Oh my God, it is. Look at that. It's a little owl up there. Hey, buddy. You want to join Chig's army? I'm not sure. That might be a screech owl. They're really loud and they're small. Hear them at night, especially in the summer, just a loud screeching noise. They're really scary, but they're cute little things. In fact, they're not really much afraid of people. I could probably go over there and pet them, but I'm not going to, because I don't want to like freak them out or anything. But I think what we'll do is we'll get Matt's going to come in here and take a look at it, and then we'll sneak out of here so we don't disturb them any more than we already have. Still in the little shed barn thing, I want to show you a couple other things. This is a bread rack, I guess, blue ribbon bread, a tackle box or something. Chemical company, I don't know what that stuff is, gosh. And this roof has gone over here too, so of course that's all destroyed. The floor, you got to be it's a little punky right there, but we're standing on the main beam going across. That's really cool right there. We'll leave it covered up though. There you go. Let's go look underneath real quick, and then we'll go up to the insane asylum house, and hopefully we'll make it through that. If you're seeing this video, one of us made it back.
Yeah.
At least one of us made it back. Might not be me, but one of us made it back.
animal tracks underneath. Oh boy.
Yeah, we can get through there. That looked like that could have hurt.
Yeah.
You hit that thing right there. Like a little spike sticking down. This is kind of weird. You got the pillars, concrete.
That is where I support barely provided.
Yeah, look at that thing sticking up. Thought it might be interesting. I see some mason jar or ball jar in there. It's probably just broken pieces though. Uh-oh. Is it human? Is that from the insane asylum on the hill? This is where they buried the bodies, under the little barn.
Yep. Over there.
It's a bottle. It's a nice dump. A lot of animal tracks. Those are probably raccoons mostly. Let's come under here just a minute. Huh. Don't see anything too scary under here. All right, that's good enough. I have to watch my head. That's pretty dangerous. I think these beams right here, I think that's chestnut. I have one just that looks exactly like that in my house as a mantle on my fireplace that I got from our barn. And it looks just like that. The animals have been chewing all that stuff. A good bottle?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's not cork top, but it looks old.
Black. I bet that's shoe polish.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. And that's pretty sad.
Yeah.
Ortho. All right, you want to dig through there? Not really.
No.
Hey, let's go out this way since we're here. If we can get through. Huh. Very interesting. All right, guys. I don't know if this is going to be one of those. It was nice knowing you, or it's just another part of this adventure coming up, but we're gonna go up on the hill.
Yep.
And hopefully there's no like little babies mewling in the corner or up in the attic or something that don't actually exist, only in our minds. Man, this would be awesome if this was the end. I wake up late tonight and there's Mother.
She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to keep, hidden in her dirt or deep in her creek. Mother Earth, she ain't saying exactly what she's saving, where it is or what it might be. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby. I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She don't care if you're dying or if you're living or somewhere in between. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby, and I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to keep, hidden in her dirt or deep in her creek. Mother Earth, she ain't saying exactly what she's saving, where it is or what it might be. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby. I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She don't care if you're dying or if you're living or somewhere in between. Alright, let's go.